Okay, today we've got an interesting situation on our hands. As you can see, today we're playing a Wii game, and I'm playing it on Dolphin, and I want to say that ahead of time, under other circumstances, I usually wouldn't do this. I want to wait before I have the technology to actually play Wii games properly, because right now I'm using a GameCube controller and trying to emulate this thing. It's the most jury-rigged fucking thing imaginable. So, why the hell did I decide to do this? Well, the thing about this game is, it's a WiiWare game, which means you can no longer download it. But someone was grateful enough to send me a WAD file, MasterTempura, which allowed me to play this. I'm going to try and do the best I can, but I have to be... The control stick is really fucking sensitive, and I don't know if I've gotten all of the controls down pat. Dolphin can emulate Wii games, but the problem is emulating the Wii's motion controls is quite difficult. So I'm going to do the best I can. Mii's can be created in the Mii channel. I'm sure. I don't even know if that's true anymore because I don't own. Well, I do own a Wii. I just do not own this game. So let's play square mode. So we're just gonna give this a quick shot and see. Now, recently I made a journal post asking what to do in the case of a video game not being able to be played anymore. Use the control pad to move the square. A trail of fire follows the square. Okay. Alright, the demo's really slow. Okay. The fire expands as the square moves. Any blocks that haven't burned completely touch the bottom. If any blocks that haven't burned completely touch the bottom of the screen. Press A when ready. Okay. I'll be right back. I gotta fix the controls. Sorry, I apologize. I just was not attempting to, or I was not planning to play a Wii game anytime soon. But, well, technically it's a WiiWare game. Alright, so this is MaBoShi's arcade, or MaBoShi 3-shape arcade. To add to the complexity, this game has 3 names. And there are other video games in the book. I am stuck. There are other games in the book that may or may not be able to be played. Sure. Practice. Okay. So we get to see how this works. So I have no idea what to do about this kind of thing. Like, simply put, I can make a new category like too hard or rare or whatever to play. Because one prerequisite to a game being a must-play is probably to be able to be played. Like, a few other games off the top of my head in the book. Oh, I have to burn the green things too. Okay. But there's City of Heroes, which is an MMO that shut down. There are a few other downloadable titles that you can't get anymore, which are going to be a little bit troublesome. When I try to... Oh, fuck. No! Alright, I think I'm gonna get this. Like, I don't know if there's an endpoint to this game, because I'm just getting it out of the way as soon as possible, because these games are definitely one of the bigger stressors in this challenge, and I do think MasterTempura for this game. So we get to find a definitive answer, I suppose, to whether this game is... fucking hell. Right now, it's just me screwing up. I press up one too often. Okay. Play again. Can I get into the main mode instead of just practice? Or do I have to beat practice? Not really considered practice if I don't. Alright. Little bit of an issue is definitely that it's hard to see what's coming up. Maybe it's just the way I'm playing it. Alright. Dude. Like, I'm way too close to the top of the screen. Do 90. And I think I did it. Oh. Okay, so it's kind of like Snake in a way, I guess. Where you just have to keep yourself going. Yeah, I know, I'm getting close to the edge. If it touches any part of your trail, you die. Okay. Like, I don't think I've played a game this... No, I have played a couple of games this blind before, like... Deus Ex... Actually, no, I'm playing this even more blind than Deus Ex Machina. I at least knew that one was fucking weird, at least before I started. Yeah. Alright, I just need to concentrate, I guess. I want to at least get through practice in all 3 of the games, and luckily there only seems to be 3 mini-games. 60% of the way. Okay. Alright. Oh, I get bonus points every time I touch the top of the screen. Alright, that would have been helpful to tell. And again, maybe it did. Okay, come on, burn. Burn quicker. Burn quicker. God damn it. Play again. Press A when ready. We're gonna do this. We are going to do this. Alright. Can't have too many in one space. That's a lesson here. I think it's gonna burn up. Yeah, okay. Crisis averted. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Did it! Practice complete. It looks like this game is meant to be some kind of multiplayer, but I have no idea how this would make an interesting multiplayer at all. Okay, already it seems that there definitely is a bit of trial and error, which is not a favor in this game. It's not in this game's favor. Okay. Yay. Who's gonna make it through the maze on their first on their first try? All right. Definitely want to give myself some camera leeway. Might want to stay in the center a bit. This goes... Oh, okay. I got lucky with that guess, to be completely honest with you. Like, this is probably going to screw me over. No? Okay. Even when I succeed, I feel like I'm just getting lucky. Oh, watch out for bombs. Good to know. I'm trapped. Like, if you just memorized every single stage, you could get through every single time. It's not a randomized layout. Good God, this game would be impossible if it was a randomized layout. But if you just remember it... I have no idea where the purple thing came from, but okay. I can't just skip turns, basically, and make it go up further. I have no idea what's going on the left over there, or the right. God damn it. I have no idea what's going on over the right. Just gotta keep my trail as small as possible. Made it. Okay. Just gotta keep things clumped together, okay. That seems to be the solution in this game. Keep things... I have no... What keeps purpling me? Yes, purpling is now a verb. What is this strange thing? Okay. That doesn't answer my question in the slightest. Oh no, please don't. Okay. Push bombs with the square to move them? What? I think it's gonna... Yeah. Okay. Please don't. Next stage and goal. Okay, once you got the basics, I must say it's kind of boring, to be totally honest. Like, once you got the basic idea of how to play down, like, this is only one of 3 games. Come on, burn more, my trail's too long. I mean, it's kind of a puzzle game, I guess you can call it. Which is not really my genre, to be totally honest with you. Puzzle games tend to be too easy for me. And I'm not talking about, like, Incredible Machine, Myst kind of puzzle games. I'm talking about, like, Tetris. And, games like this, I guess. Like, beyond my initial confusion, this isn't the hardest thing in the world to figure out. Oh, yay. Although, that end is getting close. We're almost there. We're almost at the next level. Come on, let's go. Considering this is a WiiWare game, I'm going to assume that it's not very long. Next stage, yes. What is going on in the middle there? Okay, the purple is just randomly coming in, and I don't understand why. I'm getting a decent score, it seems. Although the introduction, I think, dared me to get 1,000,000 points, which I don't think is happening. But we'll see if that's possible. Okay. Collecting the number of things is good. Like the fact that this is all turn-based just makes it a little bit too easy. Like I already seem to have a first-order optimal strategy here, which is not good. The only thing that can kill me is if I can't see what's coming. Like, that could have easily been the end of me if I didn't get lucky. And doing this just eats up your trail. Go, go, go. Okay. Alright, you got yourself an interesting proposition here, I will say that. Don't know what these are. Don't entirely care. Yeah, I'm getting daring. Ah, got it. Okay. Game over. Square is trapped. Oh, yeah. Stupid. Like, with my DS emulator, I can use the mouse to do this. I can't do that with Dolphin. I'll be right back to see if there's an endpoint or if it just keeps going on forever. Looks like the answer to that is, no, the games just keep going forever. With your eventual goal, I guess, to get to 1,000,000 points. I think you do it as 3 players, which I don't have. Well, let's just explore the other games. I am recording, correct? Yes, okay. Let's play the stick game. Okay. Watch the tutorial and learn how to play. Defeat the enemies in your way while moving up the screen towards the goal. The stick rotates constantly, protecting the vulnerable core. Alright. It will continue to rotate as long as A isn't being pressed. Alright. Press and hold A. And use the stick cement. Oh no, it's the bucket and stick game. Use the stick to defeat enemies and smash blocks. If an enemy or block touches your core, the game will end. Okay. Oh, this one actually tells you to watch out for what's ahead. Alright. Press A when you're ready. Okay. So, this uses a grand total of 1 button. Whee! Okay. Ah! I am... Okay. Time to go about one of my weaknesses. I am shit at determining trajectory. While you're still getting used to it, try making small movements. Okay, I go relatively the direction that the stick does. That's good to hear. Ah. The problem is that sometimes the stick slows down. Yeah. Okay. No. Hit it! Thank you. Ah! Go through the goal. Okay, well, I've got circle game. Okay, yeah. Ready to play. Thank you. Wrong way. I mean, like, what happens if I just never move and just keep banging shit with a stick? And why the billiard sounds? I'm not playing billiards. Ah, that counted. Damn sensitivity. And no, I don't think you can pull the sensitivity down in Dolphin. If there's a way, please tell me, because I would like to know. Dolphin is a hard emulator to use, because both the GameCube and the Wii have very difficult to emulate features. The Wii with its motion controls, and the GameCube with its weird trigger buttons. You see, if you push the right trigger and left trigger down just so far on the GameCube, it'll do a different effect than having it down all the way. Absolutely none of my USB controllers have that effect, and I don't think that's something that Dolphin has taken into consideration. Which makes it really, really fucking hard to play a game like Super Mario Sunshine, where you have to stay still to spray. But it's not impossible, considering I got 100% on Dolphin without being able to move while spraying. Shadow Mario can go to hell. Okay, let's try this again. Ah. I see that the autoplay is probably supposed to, like, be helping me with my score. But I don't think I'm going to get to 1,000,000 points with the circle game. It really is like the Bennett Foddy game. Yeah, it's called Getting Over with Bennett Foddy, I know. Or some would say Dick Urkel. Ah. Go, go, go. It's just weird. Ah. Go round and round and round. Come on, spin. Spin! So close. Hit it. I will say this game does have moments of genuine tension, which is nice with how simple it is. And unlike the Square game, you can see what's coming. Like, I don't feel like it's randomness and I'm just randomly dying. With the Square, you couldn't predictably memorize everything that happens. Although, it's probably randomly generated in the actual stages. Okay. Level 1 here is simple as... is really simple. Ah, wrong fucking way, buddy. I have no idea what the SpongeBob flower is about. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay. Just... hit it, hit it. Ah, no. I am very bad at centrifugal force. Especially when it keeps reversing like that. I mean, if I just wait here long enough, the other points are gonna go up to 1,000,000, it seems. Like, game number 2, it's on stage 9 for some reason. Like, I mean, is it a race to 1,000,000? That would make sense. Another thing I don't like doing, like, I don't want to do through this, is play games that are primarily known for their multiplayer single player. Like, you can play Smash TV alone, but it's not really what the game is known for. And it seems to be the same thing here, but this is a desperate situation, and there's probably no other way I could play a game like this, unless I bought a Wii with this game preloaded, or somebody who still had Wii points. Okay. Okay, who the fuck is in space? SpongeBob flower, do something. Alright, every time I press A, it reverses. Good to know. Ah! No! I gotta get a little bit further than stage 2. Okay. I don't know what the square is about either. Okay. I think I finally got it, just to some extent. I go roughly in the direction that the arrow points to, or the stick. Roughly speaking. It's not a perfect system, but it works more than just randomly guessing. Okay, I don't really get the hit detection in this game. In one of the games, a touch that close ended it. That one did not. I don't care which you pick, just be a little bit more consistent, please. I gotta keep going or it's gonna start throwing the shooting shit at me. Stage 2. Or stage 3 complete. On to stage 3, not complete. Go. Keep going. I'll make it somewhere someday. Oh, cool. Multiplier item. Ah, no, wrong way. Alright, go, go, go. Why did I do that? That was wrong. Pinball item. Hit it with the stick. What else would I do? Oh. Pinball! Hit it. That was close. Just climb. Meet. God damn it. Alright, let's take a look at the third game. See if it's any better. That was stick. We played square. Come on. Circle. Alright. Smash the enemies before they escape from the circle. Okay. The circle rotates continuously. Press A to change the direction in which the circle rotates. Use the circle to smash the enemies. Okay. If an enemy escapes the circle, your game will end. Okay. So this is a minigame compilation with 3 games. Yes. SpongeBob flowers. Okay, and this one has the least interactivity of all of them. You just press one button. Around and around it goes. I'm doing literally nothing. I pressed the button once. Okay, I pushed the button again. Like, Pachinko has more interactivity than this, I think. Alright, it does ramp up in excitement just a teeny bit. Round and around we go. Round the thing. Kill the pinky. Kill the pink bug. Good. Ah. Alright, I was a little bit harsh on this one. It gets interesting, even though, yes, you can be level 1 by doing literally nothing. Stage 5. It's still quite easy. I will say that. Boop, boop. Boop. Stage 6. Come on. Roll. Game over. Okay. I'll give it an... You can now download a DS version of this game. Whatever. You can now watch the effect system tutorial. The DS version is DSi, which also has a similar problem. Or it's going to have a similar problem someday. And the book specifically specified the Wii version. And sometimes its specificities are quite important. Like, Mario Golf is in the book, but not the Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64. The Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color. Sometimes I think the specific type won't matter because sometimes games got re-released on PC after it came out, like Okami got released on PC recently. But sometimes it does matter. Yeah. Like, I'm going to try and trust the game's judgment on this as much as possible. Or the book's judgment on certain consoles. But let's actually talk about MaBoShi 3-Shape Theater, 3-Shape Arcade, or MaBoShi's Arcade. Because the name is different everywhere. It's one of those games that can't figure out which name it wants to be called. Even though it's a digital download and doesn't have region excuse. So, let's assume that you can find this game anywhere. You could just buy it off the shelves or download it on Steam. It might come back someday. I'm still going to say it's probably a no. Like, it's a minigame compilation with 3 minigames. Like, we're on the Wii here. Wii Sports has, what, 20 at least. And I get that it's WiiWare, but I'd expect more than 3. And like I said, the Square one is basically a little bit more complex version of Snake, and Snake is not a very interesting game. The Stick version is just a stripped-down version of the Bennett Foddy game. And the Circle game is... like, I don't think I had too much enjoyment here. Like, do I feel like my life is better for having played this? Not really. Except, I guess, the feelings of exclusivity. The fact that I got to play this game and many other people probably will never ever be able to. Like, this book, completing this book here, it's more complicated than just playing all of the games. Because there's sometimes certain shit you gotta find. And I suppose that does raise the question. What do we do about the games that can't be played? I got lucky this time around, but there are other games that I have no idea what the fuck to do. Like, there's an arcade game called Final Furlong. While you can probably emulate a easily, it's got the same problem as emulating Wii controls, because it's an arcade game where you basically ride on a plastic horse. Like, an actual sized horse. It's a horse racing arcade game. Like, there's no way to emulate that. At all. And I mean, sometimes you can emulate something with a little bit of a different experience. Like here, I'm obviously not playing with an actual Wiimote, and that may change things a little bit. But I'm getting as close as possible. It doesn't much change things. Your control scheme and how a game is played, the interface, can change quite a bit. But even ignoring that, there are legitimately games that cannot be played. Like, I'm going to have to figure out what to do about them. Like, I mean, there are some things that are online, like Phantasy Star Online. You can access fan servers, but that's not, the official server. You can't play it in official capacity. But that's in the book. Although, I guess the book probably knew that, considering the official servers went down in, I think, 2007, and the book came out in 2010. But then there are those games that don't have private or fan servers, like City of Heroes. That's an MMO that shut down in 2012. Of course, the book, published in 2010, couldn't know that. But they re-released the damn thing in 2013 and still had City of Heroes in it. Because the second version is lazy. Incredibly lazy. I do want to get Year Walk in at some point soon, because it's the only other game that they added that isn't like Minecraft or a part of a previous franchise. The ball game is actually the most fun. The Square game is unpredictable. The Stick game is just annoying. The ball game, it's alright. I guess it is kind of zen in a way. But, it's not something I'd probably ever want to play again, just so I guess I'm getting it all in now. Yeah, I'm probably going to be ragging on plenty of the problems with the book. Because it is lazy. Like, you know, it'd be one thing if I was just complaining, oh no, they didn't put my favorite game in there. But the sad fact is that they did put my favorite game in there. They put many of my favorite games of all time in there. But they didn't do their research, they didn't fact check, they didn't spell check. They couldn't properly alphabetize a table of contents. The game, the list is full of filler. A lot of their entries are based only on secondhand information. When they do choose right games, they don't say anything interesting about it. Did you know that the most interesting thing that they could say about Asteroids, the arcade game, is that you play as a triangle, or the letter A? Yes, that is fascinating. Go, 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 go. But yeah, I mean, I can't be too mad at games that don't exist because it's part of the modern, it's gonna happen more and more. But then again, I would have to disqualify them, like, I mean, a game like Silent Hill PT. That's a game that I think is a must-play, but I'd have to disqualify it because you can't play it. You know, unless you're lucky or rich at this point. So I think we're done here. Like, I guess you can get 1,000,000 points, but I feel no incentive to. Like, I've spent enough time on this. It's just... I mean, if it had more mini-games, maybe, but... not much of an arcade when you only have 3 games. I mean... like, I don't even know if it was worth the price of entry when you could buy it. If you have it... maybe it's more fun with more people, but I don't really think so. I couldn't see this being more interesting since each of the games are solitary. It's not like Tetris where you could just throw things on the other screen, or maybe you can, like the SpongeBob flowers. They don't do anything to me, but... well, that's this game. Glad to get one of these out of the way, at least. I've got plenty of time to try and figure out what to do about the others.